Okay, so welcome to the second video on village displays. Last week I visited garden center Eurofleur in the Netherlands, and they already had their Lamix village put up. So here a general overview of the store. You can see all the Lamix products, and you can also see that the rest of the Christmas show isn't quite finished yet. And here you can see the beautiful village they built. Here another view of the shelves with all the buildings and the figurines. So now we'll take a detailed look at the village. We're gonna start from this side, and here you can see one of the ski slopes. So here we follow the ski slope down, and here you can see one of the steaming houses from the first generation. And here we reach the end of the ski slope, which I've done really nicely. I really like the transition from the ski area to the village. They've built a nice village here with several houses and shops, as well as a ski lift up to the mountain, and in the back you can see the bridge where the train runs on. So here another angle of the village. In the back you can see another ski slope going under the railway bridge, which is very interesting. So this is a view I'm taking a lot of inspiration from. I like how everything is so close together, and that gives a really nice and cozy feeling. In my village this year I also want to put the lights between the buildings, as you can see on the right of your screen. And I like how this part slowly fades into a bit of a foresty area. So here we're getting to the outskirts of the village. You can see some empty spots on the left. I assume this is where pieces from other collections will be placed later. And in the foreground you can see the Savoy, the very chic restaurant with the red carpet out front. And here we see the first water feature. It's not the nicest water feature I've seen, but I always feel like these displays gotta have a water feature, so they did that. And I zoomed in a bit so you can see the details in the back, which were quite hard to see from where I was standing. So here we move back into the city. This part is quite dense, and in the back you can see the train running. I'm not quite sure what scale it is. It may even be garden scale. It's quite big, but I like it. And you can see just how densely packed this area is. I absolutely love it. Now we've reached the seaside area with the pier with the carnival on it. So you can see some of the classic carnival attractions. And here we move on to the pier and the seaside, with some appropriate shops and stalls and things like boats and a lighthouse. So here you see a view a bit higher up the mountain with the observatorium, the hot air balloons, the cuckoo clock, which is really nice, and then the second water feature, which I think looks way nicer because it looks more natural. And here they built a nice place for the villagers to look onto the water. And here we move into the next part of the village. So here I moved up a bit, starting with the same view up the mountain. And here we see a smaller village built on the hill. Within the frontier, a cute residential area. This is the agricultural area with more animals and trees. You can also see some windmills. And overall it's a bit less densely populated. This is a very nice scene around the skating rink. I'm definitely taking some inspiration from this. Another view from the agricultural area. And here we are moving up the hill with the buildings getting sparser and sparser. And up the hill is the Santa's Wonderland collection. And another one of the ski slopes. Here another view, and you can see some of those empty spots again. And with this we've seen the entirety of the village. If you've seen my last video, you know I want some more animals in my village, so I made this extra shot for some inspiration for myself. We've had a long drive and we've been here for a while now, so it was time for lunch, with a very nice view. So now I'm going to show some footage of me shopping around. First off, some nice table accents here that piqued my interest, especially the Christmas tree one is really nice. Here are some trees, because you always need more of those. Here the Tannenbaum clock tower, which I was looking at getting. It's priced at 43 euros, which seems pretty reasonable. Here's some more table accents, with the chicken coop I talked about in my first video, which I ended up getting. And also this nice scene with Santa reading a story to some kids sitting around. And these are the items I ended up getting. So as I said earlier, the chicken coop, 2 little stands with something to eat and drink, as well as an outside toilet. And this is the end of the video. I want to thank you very much for sticking around. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'd love to see you in the next video.